Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on a slice of life, a slice of life. If you're watching me, then you know what I'm all about. Baby, I'm all about this super aging, getting older without getting old. And I like this, who does these shoulders like that? I like that actress that does her shoulders. I feel great today. It's a happy Monday. Woo, why? Because school is out, and I teach at Clark Atlanta University, and school is out tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, yes. Anyway, it's been a semester. I've had a wonderful semester. Excellent students. Oh, just good. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk to you about super aging, and I want to talk about dating. I know. Who am I to talk about dating? But let me just tell you, what I do in my paper here. I got a little paper. I ran into this woman this weekend, beautiful, but she didn't know it. She said, I don't feel, I don't know. What is wrong with us? Listen, people, listen. Let me, women, I'm going to talk to the women, or I'm just going to have to call the women because I don't know what to call all the other names. I'm going to talk to the one who wants to be pursued. Okay, however that goes. Listen to me. A man, when he makes up his mind that he wants you, and that's who he wants, he does not look at his gut hanging over. He does not look at one thing about himself. He says, I want, it's like the U.S. flag, I want you. Don't let a man get after you. He is going to come after you. He has made a decision that he wants you. He's not worried about the shape of his anything, nothing. And we on the other end, the one that wants to be pursued, we're just bogged down with what if. I need y'all to stop it. I need you to stop it. There is somebody for everybody. Have you ever been out? This is going to sound wrong. I'm going to be wrong on this. I'm going to be wrong and ask the Lord to forgive me. Anyway, have you been out and seen some people that you wonder what in the world did they see in each other? I mean, his eyes would just be just twinkling, and she'd just be smiling, and it just looked like Booger Bear and Booger Bear. That's just on the outside, and it didn't matter. Or she'll be like 6 feet tall, and he'll be 4 feet 3, and she just can't wait to look down at him. He just can't wait to look at. Let me tell you something. It's somebody for everybody. It's somebody for everybody because it's a spark that we don't know anything about. We cannot make that determination. We cannot judge either. I just want to do that little judgment because we all guilty of looking at people like, what he's seeing her or what she's seeing him. But it's something that is something in here that we cannot get into that. I feel like it's God's plan. All right. And they're married. They get married. They have children. They do all kinds of stuff. And she could be big as a house with shorts on, everything hanging over, and he'd he can't get enough. All right? So I need for many of us to stop judging ourselves by some other kind of societal standards that don't matter. What matters is how you feel about yourself. And it shows up. It shows up in your eyes, in your movement, how you walk. It's a confidence that you have to have. And it starts with, you love the Lord, he heard your cry. You gotta love yourself. You must love yourself. Not to the arrogant point. You're not arrogant with it. But to the point where you say, like today I said, I like all this. All this. I said, not bad. Okay, that's how you have to be. You have to be that way because it's a confidence that comes to that. I went to Gigi likes to go to this particular gas station when I go get the gas, and then I let her get, I have a limit. You can get 2 things and a this, or you can get a drink and 1 thing. I have it all laid out. They know this lady that comes in the store to get the gas and with her great grandbaby, and we have a limit on what we gonna buy. And the gentleman said, when you leave my store, it smells so good in here. He said, I love your jewelry. He said, I love the stones. Now, this man has never, ever said anything to me. I've been going in that store. The baby been here a year, about almost a year. Today, he just wanted to tell me. He just wanted to tell me. And I'm telling you, people are paying attention because I'm not paying attention to him. I'm not in the store for that. I'm trying to get my gas and make sure she get her little treat, whatever that little treat is. And then I stand there and I wait. And then I may get me something, you know. I'm always tempted to play the numbers. I'm sorry. Anyway, I stand there and I wait. And then I get him. Today is the first day he said something to me. And I was like, you just never know. And why is that? Why do I always smell good? He says, the place smells so good when you leave. Because I believe in what? All my friends know this. Look good, feel good, and smell good. Love the Lord. Look good, feel good, and smell good. You say, I got to go to the store. What do you look like going to the store? You look like that's what you said. I'm going to the store. And you look like something the cat drew again, going to the store. Why is that? I'm just going to the store. Baby, you in public. Once you leave whatever address that is public. I learned that the hard way. I wasn't thinking. I was Evelyn's father. We were married. And we were going out that night. I just did not want to take them sponge rollers out of my head because I was trying to get that curl for the night. I think I told you the story before. He said, where you going? I said, I just need to run over here. He said, where you going? Where you going with them curls? I said, listen, boy, we going somewhere tonight. I'm going to get me some stockings. I think I was going to get some stockings. Something. I said, I just can't take them down. He looked at me like, where you going? Aren't you going out the door? Aren't you going somewhere? I said, you know what, I am. That was my last time ever doing that. I wasn't even thinking. And a lot of times maybe we're not thinking. But going somewhere is going somewhere. I'm not going to the mailbox. I don't have to go anymore now. But I'm not going to the mailbox. I would not go to the mailbox without looking like I'm going somewhere. Because every time I go to the mailbox in the street I live on, a lot of cars going up and down. And if somebody I know, they stop and have a long conversation with you. And I don't think they care, but I care. I care about my appearance and, you know, how I look and what I'm saying. And especially now that, you know, okay, let's not even go to the 4 teeth I have. So what can I do? What can I do to get you convinced, to convince you that you look good? This is a 51-year-old woman, 51, 52, talking to me about how she didn't look. Skin was flawless. She had beautiful skin. Not anything. Not all this. You see, I'm supposed to have all this. I'm 82. Some of this I'm supposed to have. And maybe there's some more I could have. And if I had, you know, I always say if I had that kind of money, maybe I'm just saying. But you got to feel it. When you don't feel it, you emit to the public that aura. You do. You don't know you're doing that, but you do. Some of you all say the person is arrogant. No, it's confidence. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence. A confident person is going to be comfortable wherever they are. An arrogant person may not be. They only want to be with a certain kind of person. But a confident person can go anywhere. You know, I always say I can go from this house to the other house. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That makes me a difference. I can go in all of them and feel comfortable in all of them. Talk to everybody in there. It's a confidence. But if you're emitting this aura of, you know, I'm 50 now. I'm 50 now. I don't know. Ain't nobody gonna want me. Well, baby, you're absolutely correct. Nobody's gonna want you. You don't have to worry about 50, 45. You know who watches this show? 45, 55, 65, and 75. Ain't nobody gonna want you. Don't nobody want you because you said it yourself. And you are emitting that. People like people who look like somebody want them. You know, I like this woman that came. So I had the mother and the grandmother. The mother's fine, 35, beautiful woman. And I said, oh, the car was just the shine on the car. I haven't gone and gotten my car. I believe a woman's car. Let me just say something. Your car reflects a lot about you. My car is not reflecting anything about me. It's just, I talked to it and said, baby, just hold on. Because you know, mama don't treat you like this. I think the young lady who came to pick up little Gigi for the weekend, because you know, children go off and do stuff. Her car was immaculate. I'm talking about immaculate. Let me tell you something, ladies. Your car needs to be immaculate. On the outside, it's $35 down the ultra down on Camp Creek. That's where I go. I think it's $35, $45. And it lasts a long time. Or you can go to one of those other ones where you do it yourself. I don't know how Dr. Annie Sandy Jones does hers, but she will go and do it herself. But however you get it done, you want your car to be shiny when you're getting out of it. And you can get the little vacuum thing and clean it up and organize it, because it speaks volumes. If somebody walk you to your car, and you meet somebody and they walk you to the car and they look at the tires all crumbled down and your car's all raggedy and you got taping up something. A raggedy car is a raggedy everything else is raggedy. You see? And so you want to get your car looking good. I've talked to my car out there. It does not reflect who I am. It does not. It needs to. It's not shiny. I'm unhappy. And I'm just saying to you. So she looked good. She had a hair was all that, okay, and it was hers, every strand. Because these people got long, thick, beautiful hair, and shit. The car was shining. The wheels had the. I like that. They spray it. What's that? The shiny. It's a shine on the wheels. I like my wheels to be shiny. And I like for you to look on the inside. And I can say, well, just get in. You want to sit down a few minutes? How you going to sit somebody down in your car when you got to move this out the way, get the trash bag out the way, move some cups and all that out the way? Who rides around in a nasty car? Okay. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say if you got a nasty car, everything else is nasty. It is. If you got a junky car, everything else is junky. I don't like I was embarrassed at the, I went to the drugstore, Walgreens, and I tried to have everything out, but I didn't have everything out. And I held up the line because I had to go down in my purse. Oh my God. I was so embarrassed by that. When you go to the store, everything you need before you go through the line, you can take it and put it in something else. I usually put whatever card I'm going to use, I put it in my something where it's with me. All right? I'm not digging in my purse and for anything. Unless there's some women who know how to carry just a little small purse. I haven't figured that out yet. But what I do is I take all that I don't need and I leave that in the car. And I take my pocketbook in, that's all nice and doesn't have anything in it. But when I got to Walgreens, I forgot I was supposed to do that. And everything I need was on the bottom. I had to take out that horrible bag and put it on the counter to get to something at the bottom. I was so embarrassed by that. I'm just saying things that we do. So if it was somebody back there said, "Ooh, she look good," then they saw me bring that bag out and all that, looking like it was like, that's all right. Little things get you. You don't know who's looking at you. You don't know who's been watching you. I told you, it was a guy said he watched me he said, I watch you every day. I was working somewhere. He was working somewhere where he could see who was coming to work. I'm just saying, you got to have that confidence. You got to get up, put your clothes on. Get up and feel good about yourself. This woman was a very attractive woman. I don't know what she was thinking. I told her, I said, now, you might want to, we snatch it up all weekend. Snatch every time you go out, snatch it up. With that, if you got to have it snatched up, if you're going somewhere, snatch it. Because you don't know where you're going to run into, who you're going to run into. Like I said, you don't know who's watching you. But feel good about yourself, whatever that is. Now, if feeling good about yourself is, I don't want to do any of that, then don't. That is very important. That's very important. If feeling good about yourself is, I don't want to wear, do, or have, there's somebody that's going to like all that. There's somebody that's going to like all that. I saw where, I was watching or looking at something where everyone at the party was dressed up. And this person didn't know it was that kind of party. They had on jogging something, some jeans or something. And somewhere they wrote this up and said they had the best time because everybody else was snatched, but they had on casual clothes, and there was some folk in there that liked the casual clothes. I'm just saying, if that's what you want to do, but make sure you're doing it for you, because that confidence will still be there. See, if your confidence is there, that is the attractive part about all of this. Looking good, feeling good, and smelling good, whatever that is, this the confidence part. That I was trying to get that out, but I also want to make sure my time. I just looked at my time. Listen, don't settle. Do not settle. Well, I got me somebody. At least I got me somebody. What the hell does that mean? At least I got me somebody. What does that mean? What does that mean in the end? So you hanging out with somebody just to have somebody to prove to whom? To whom are you trying to prove something? You need to make yourself happy. Can't nobody else. Is that making you happy? You miserable with some of the BS you have to put up with? Just because you just want to say, I got me somebody. I look good. I got me somebody. My friends don't have nobody, but I got me somebody. What does that mean? You got you somebody. That's crazy to me. Do not settle. You in love. Oh, I can talk about that. Being in love. In love. In love. In love. You in love. He's in lust. You in love. He's in lust. He's in lust. You in love. How does that work? That doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't care how you dress it up. You can dress it up, dress it down. You can say, oh, but when we together, oh, but when we together, no, baby. He's in lust. You're in love. Because if he was in love, you would know the difference. He would be taking care of you, doing all kind of things for you. And all that would be that would be the icing on the cake. Because it's more the love than lust. You see, so don't be careful out here. Be really careful. You can spend a lot of time with somebody, and before you know it, 6 to 8 years have gone by. And there you are. They going on with their lives, enjoying themselves, having a ball, running around in the street, having a great time. And you sitting somewhere waiting to get that phone call. That's not love. That's lust. And it's very difficult to swallow, especially when you love the person. But R.C. Blake's is very good. Bishop R.C. Blake's and Tony Gaskin can give you a rundown on all of that. All of it. Because it's not fair to you. It's okay with the man or whoever, however it goes these days. But it's not fair to you. It really is not. So I need you to enjoy this thing called life. This thing called life. If you think it gets better, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. It gets more challenging. The more you try to do the right thing, the more challenging it gets. Because there is an enemy. There is such a thing as the devil. There is such a thing. There is an enemy. And I think Myron Golden says, every time something good, there's disruption. I don't think intention, disruption. When you intend to do something well, disruption gonna come first. And that's when you have to have faith. You have to know you got a God on your side. You got to be able to pray. You got to be able to ask Jesus to help you, to step in. You got to do some stuff. You see. And so when there's intention, there's disruption. And if you don't understand that, you'll find yourself getting bogged down. Now I did go get me a bigger piece of paper. It says, well, where do you find these people? So you have to explore new hobbies. Okay, so now I love to bowl. When the last time I went bowling? I don't know. I can still bowl at 82. I may not be able to skate, but I love to skate. But, so what is it you like to do? I love, my little Gigi taught me Uno. That's my new thing to play. But I like bed whist. Where the bed whist people? Okay? I need to take the class. Where them fans at? It's a class around here in Atlanta somewhere. We all need. See, I want somebody to say, girl, listen, let's go take the where them fans at class. I brought us some fans. Ooh, now that's a date right there. That's a date right there. That's a brother said. Let's go and learn how to do the line dance. I like line dancing because you can sit down, and then I like where's the slow jam, slow jam party. If you've been with somebody a long time, And you all, why y'all, when the last time you had a slow jam party? Y'all used to go out and slow jam. Why you don't have a party at your house? Why you don't have anything like that going on? You know, it's I don't know. I'm giving out ideas that I hope that you would just grab onto and do some of these things, because all them shenanigans that's going on, they sent back my classmate is Reverend Dr. Amos Brown. All right. And the Smithsonian Institute sent all his stuff back. Don't get me started on the politics that's going on. I'm trying to stay in this vein because I won't have a show if I go political. They'll throw me off the air. How I feel about all this, which is why it's important to me that we do something about our other life, this I love life, our staying super aging life. You know, this journey called life. You connect right now, family. Did you hear Joshua Giles today? Y'all go back and listen to Joshua Giles. And before he got it out of his mouth, it was happening. The lights, the song, the lights, the solar, the communication, all that's going down. You know some stuff is going on. You know some stuff is going to go on, right? You all know something bigger and bad is coming. We all know that. And how you prepare for it? Where is your person? Where are your family members? What? Don't let me go there. Let me go there. Okay, travel. Do you know some of my friends were afraid to go out the country because we don't know, they didn't know if they were going to get back. And that's a concern. That is a concern. That is a concern. I know there's some students that are afraid to go out the country. They don't know if they're going to get back. If you are a naturalized citizen, I'm not sure they're going to get back. Do you see they sent a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old? They deported a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Volunteer. We need some volunteers. We definitely need volunteers for our veterans. I am a number one veteran person. I will walk a mile, and I don't know if I can go a mile to help a veteran. I will. If there's a veteran out there that needs some help, my daddy. See, I had a daddy. You had somebody in the service? Okay. All right. So volunteer, and then focus on your health. Now, do you know I walked around today with no cane? I did. Because I soaked my feet. I went and bought me some shoe pads so I can change them. Because, you know, when you get a lot of cream, that's going to make the shoes dirty. And so I soaked my feet in the pain absorbing cream. And then I put this new clean shoe pad in there, and then I go where I gotta go. And baby, that's helped. I take Tylenol and I keep going. I didn't have a cane today. Now, you know, I'm kind of like that. I had Gigi with me, so to kind of she'll make sure I don't fall. So, and I'm walking. I'm careful about where I'm walking. I'm not going far. But I was so proud of myself today. And I said all that to say that you have to get up on your health. You can't. How many times you have heard me sit and talk about the pain that I've gone through? The pain sometimes just sitting here. I've been sitting in this chair. After I tell y'all about it, I have to figure out how to get up out of this chair. So you all don't know, but I sit here and I say, I'm going to get up. I'm gonna get up out this chair. I don't know if I'm winning, but I'm getting up. Even sitting down, all that going. You got to, it's got to be something on your part. On your part, you got to want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, you were out today, no cane. 2 days out now with no cane. Why is that? I want that for myself. But I want to have it too. But I want my person to be okay with me. What if I have the freaking cane? Like he on one arm and the cane in my other hand. See? But I also want to be able to walk around and work. You have to work on yourself. All right. I'm getting on an online date. I talked about that. I'm not talking about that anymore. I don't know. Reflect on what you want. What is it you want? And cultivate some independence. My family's here with me. They don't want me to do much, but I remain independent. I don't drive far. It's something about the driving at 82. First, I don't want them to say, well, one night, I gotta go. I'm running out of time. One night, where'd it go? I ain't gonna laugh at myself. Like, okay, one night, I was coming from somewhere, and you know I'm not supposed to be driving at night. But I stayed. I said, I can make it. I can make it. And I said, oh, I said, my eyesight, I didn't know my eyesight was this bad. It's so dark. Why is so dark? But I said, no, I know the way home. I know my way home. I went down my back way because I go the back way. I had to have a whole lot of traffic. You know, when you from been in Atlanta, long as I've been in Atlanta, it's a back way. I don't do any highway. Nah. I remember when there was no highway. Okay, you drove 41. Don't say I drive when you want to go somewhere. But anyway, I digress. So I'm going. I get to the stop. I see a stop sign. I think I told you the story. It was a man standing at the stop sign. And it's dark. And it's the man standing at the stop sign. And it's a store where I know somebody's gotten killed. Yes, I know. I told you. I know where I'm going now. So I drove up and I said, no, I ain't stopping. I'm just going to stop a little bit, and then I'm going to roll on. I think I told y'all that. I saw the light flashing, and I said, oh, okay. And I rolled on. Well, then some other lights started flashing. Some blue lights started flashing. And the gentleman came up, the policeman came up. Ma'am, did you see the light flashing? I was trying to help you. I said, I saw the light flashing. I said, but I had to go. I got to get home. I said, I got to get home. I'm not supposed to be out here driving at night. And I said, so dark. He said, well, you know, I was flashing my light because you might want to turn on your lights. Now, see, I did not know that my lights were not on because it was dark. So I didn't know that. And I felt like this, but he said, plus, you kind of rolled through that stop sign. I said, well, I know my light's supposed to be on. He said, just open the car door. I opened the car. He reached in. He said, see right here? You got to turn this right here to on. Now, I let him do that because I'm not stupid. But here's the point. I had gone to get my car washed because the way I was going, I needed my car to be shiny, right? So I had gone and got my car washed, and I think in the wiping of the car, they moved the little thing. That's because my car's it's still on automatic because I don't know how to do all that. It's still on automatic. Lights come on when it's dark. Lights come on when it's raining. All that happened automatically. So I did not know. So in my mind, the lights were on. I said all that to say that. I know I'm 82. I do. And I do the best I can. And I give it all that I have. And because of that, God shows me favor. He showed me favor with the policeman. He said, I got an auntie. I guess he said he got somebody like me. He said, now you need to go on home. I said, I'm trying to get home, which I was. I was upset with myself that I let myself be out after dark, you see. But anyway, what am I saying to you? Listen, this right here is no joke right here. This is fun. It is so much fun to super age, to get older without getting old. You have to put a lot into it. And you all that are 50, you got at least 40 more years. What are y'all doing? Why are you already giving up? I don't look good. I don't does not exist. And let me tell you, I know you all boy, you young men, a man not gonna like this. But baby, sometimes you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you get to the prince. I know y'all don't like that. Somebody gonna write, well, why you say it like that? Well, cause it does happen like that. It just happened. Life is just like that. Maybe they got to kiss a lot of frogs to get to the princess. I don't know. Maybe it's the other way around too. I don't know. In my mind, men make up their mind. Once they make up their mind, that's who they want. It's nothing. It's nothing you can do about it. But if you got, I'm going too fast because I'm looking at the time. I'm way over my time. If you got somebody, or when you get that somebody, you will know that's your somebody. You don't have to guess. I saw one of those shows where a man has to hear your voice. The one who wants you has to hear your voice. He does. I don't care what go on during the day. He got this going on, that going on. Then he's going to check and see how you doing. What's going on with you? Are you all right? It's just going to happen. Because it's something about all of that. It's a connection. It's a connection. And when you don't have that connection, especially over a year, you know that is not love. That is lust. If they cannot talk to you, don't know what you're doing, and trying to see about you, I'm gonna tell you something. And a man, and I know y'all talk. You got this LBQ, all that. Just let me talk from. I'm 82. Let me talk from mine. I'm inclusive. Whomever that is, protect him and provide. Protect and provide is for real. You don't have to ask. You got to ask somebody for something. Let me have $2. Let me have no. Bye. Because protect and provide gonna say, listen, you got some money, you got gas money, you got lunch money. What you got? You got what you know. What don't y'all go to get your feet when y'all go get your feet? Don't you and they know your whole schedule. That cause a man, the partner, how I'm gonna put it like this, studies the other person. They study. They study. You don't have to do anything. Me, I study. I know. I know what the person likes. I know what to buy and get and do because I study. We study, they study. If ain't nobody studying you and making sure your life provide and protect, then he ain't studying you back in the day. That's what we said. He what I think Steve Harvey said, he just not into you. She is just not into you. Because otherwise you would know it's synced. It's a synchronization there. And if there's no sync, then it ain't love, baby. It's lust. Okay, I love you. Now I love you. You know I love you. Because I'm telling you, you know that I love you. And you can't do anything about it.